My name is Jesse Jahner, and I'm seeking the office of Cass County Sheriff.
All right. What are the most important issues in your race?
Well, I think there's a few important issues that are confronting our community. Obviously, public safety is always a big one, and we always want to maintain public safety in our communities. But the two that I'm going to concentrate on are school safety and the opioid crisis. As far as school safety, what I'm going to tell you is not what I'm going to do, it's what we're doing right now. As the captain of the Sheriff's Office, I oversee our school resource deputies and supervise them. So obviously we'll continue with that program. And one thing that we've transitioned to over the last few years to enhance our school safety is options-based lockdown. In the past we were doing traditional lockdown. And we've transitioned to what's called options-based lockdown. And we know that most of active shooter situations are over within 5 to 10 minutes. And response time from officers is crucial in saving lives and protecting people. So what options-based lockdown does is it gives our students and teachers the options to buy time. They could either evacuate, barricade in place, or take back control. And so by giving them options as opposed to the traditional lockdown, it buys them time so that law enforcement can get on scene and end that threat and go ahead and save lives. And then as far as the opioid crisis, I think that we're doing a very good job with the opioid crisis right now. I think we need to keep our foot on the gas pedal. We need to take a multifaceted approach with the opioid crisis. The number one thing is going to be prevention, and through prevention I mean educating our young individuals in school on the hazards of opioid addiction, carfentanil, ferrofentanil, and telling them what exactly the outcomes of using those types of substances can be, and ultimately potentially death. So we need to take an approach where we do prevention first, and then a collaborative effort with law enforcement agencies, all working together both by sharing information and assigning people to those task forces to deal with it, and then also a collaboration with healthcare professionals so that we can visit with them about potentially overprescribing opioids to where those eventually would come, could be sold on the street to other people. And then finally, we need to have a plan in place for rehabilitation to get these people back into the community safely. And we're currently doing that at the jail. We have some programs in place right now through our jail chaplains ministry and through the F5 project. And most of my experience in being a narcotics officer, what I noticed is that a lot of people went back to using narcotics once they got out of jail because they didn't have that support structure to help them through that hard time of addiction. So having those things in place, I think will help us successfully get people back into the community to contribute to society. So.
Great.
Is that too much time?
No, that's great.
Okay.
Did you have anything more you wanted to say about addressing the issues, or did you feel
yeah, I just went kind of fast just because I saw him giving the time
up
there. So
no problem.
Obviously, I would go more in depth, but that's
sure. Fine. Okay. What differentiates you from your opponent, and why should someone vote for you? Sure.
What differentiates me from my opponent is experience, education, and leadership. My education is, I graduated from Fargo North. I attended North Dakota State University and got my Bachelor of Science degree in Humanities and Social Sciences, emphasis in criminal justice. And through my time at the Sheriff's Office, I've had an opportunity to take several leadership courses. And so that is one. The other one is my experience. I've had an opportunity at my time at the Sheriff's Office to serve in many different capacities. I've served as a correctional officer, as a patrol officer, a narcotics task force officer, a training officer. I worked with the metro area, or actually supervised the metro area street crimes unit. And currently I'm a captain there. I'm also the assistant commander of Red River Valley SWAT. I've been appointed to the North Dakota Post Board, Peace Officer Standards and Training Board by Attorney General Wayne Stenjum. I'm a certified police instructor. I've provided over 1,800 hours of certified law enforcement training to officers in the states of North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota. And then I've also received 2,600 hours of specialized training through my time at the Sheriff's Office. So what separates me is my leadership and education. I've had obviously the opportunity to lead in several of those different capacities that I worked at the Sheriff's Office. And most importantly, I've taken leadership roles in critical incidents. During the flood, I was the forward operations commander for rescue operations. During DAPL, I worked as the tactical operations planner for several of the operations we did out there. And then through my time as assistant commander on SWAT, I've been in 5 different situations where we've taken gunfire, and 3 of those I've been in leadership roles and helped to bring those to a conclusion where no one was injured. So definitely my leadership in those positions differentiates me from my opponent.